Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unsponsored Guitar Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing this ESP E2 Aero. Now I know this isn't stock, I did put in the Fishman Fluence Moderns, but I realized this is something a lot of people probably are going to do. A lot of these come with these now these days anyway. There'll be timestamps in the description below, but if you don't have time for the whole thing, that's a pretty good guitar overall, sounds pretty good, pretty comfy for a V. There's a slight issue with the nut popping a little bit with heavy tremolo use, doesn't really go out of tune though. Without further ado, let's hear how it sounds. Alright, so there you have it. Now let's talk about this guitar real quick. As you can see, it's got some bevels on the front, but also the back too. The back bevels, especially on the lower horn, are pretty comfortable when you're sitting classical style. As you can see, the neck is painted, so it has the same gloss finish as the body. It's up to you whether you like the necks painted or if you like the raw wood feel. The raw wood feel is faster. The finish does protect the neck wood against the finger oils and the sweat and all that, but it does stick a bit if you're trying to like move your hand up and down on the neck. The neck profile, it's rather comfortable. It's not quite like, I'd say, the LTDs. I'd say the neck itself is pretty comfortable. Like it's got this like super easy to play neck where if you just pick it up and start playing, you don't really need to warm up too much. That's something I've noticed. The fretboard radius itself is like a 12-inch, so a bit more traditional than like the more flat shredder kind of necks. So it's been pretty nice to like pick up and play, especially if you've got like a thumb around the neck kind of stuff. Of course you could put the thumb behind the neck too. But it's really comfortable to just like hold and play your thrash stuff or your metal stuff. It's more of like a metal axe. You know, the ebony feels good, the frets feel good. This one does not have the stainless steel frets. It's got the nickel silver. They're fine. I do prefer the steel personally, but it also might be just personal preference. Like these frets get the job done. They feel pretty high quality. I've played it a lot and they haven't really worn down. This is a 25.5-inch scale length. Keep in mind with the scale length, it's longer than the 24 3/4 that are typically on Vs, like the Gibson Vs. That's nice if you're like playing up in the like higher frets, like the shredding kind of stuff. It's not nice if you're sitting down like classical style and you're trying to get up to the lower frets. You just gotta like twist a bit more. So that's not the worst thing. It's just a little small thing. The neck joint itself, it's like up here and you don't feel the strap button, so that's good. You can really just get your hand around it. Like as you can see, like this is as far as your hand can go. So for like hitting the upper frets, you gotta stretch a little bit, but it's not too bad. I guess also in terms of strap buttons, you can see this one has the strap button down there, like by the bridge. Newer ones have the strap button like further up the upper horn. There's not really a difference in like weight or feel or anything. Like when you're sitting with this, you can't actually feel it on your leg. When you're standing with it, you don't really feel a big difference in balance between the two. So I'd say that change didn't really matter too much. As for sound, I did change out the pickups. I got this 8 years ago. This came with a set of 2 EMG 81s. So an EMG 81 in the bridge and the neck. And we all know how the 81 sounds in the bridge. The neck, it didn't really sound that great, at least not to me. So I put the Fishman Fluence Modern set. Everyone knows how those sound. Sounds pretty good, pretty usable. I would have to note that the neck position, no matter what pickups I've put in this, hasn't been like my most favorite. Like it's good, it's usable, it's fine. It's just it doesn't like really speak to me. It's not like anything like too special. So then in terms of cons with this guitar, the painted neck could be a pro or a con if you like that or dislike that. The nut over time has developed this thing where if you really go hard with the tremolo, it kind of like pops a bit. So that could be an issue. It's a little concerning. Like I don't think this would be the only guitar I would bring to a live kind of situation. Like I wouldn't really rely on it, but it hasn't let me down kind of thing. And this could also just be like for this particular guitar only, maybe. You know, another thing about this guitar too, it's not really an issue on the headstock. Like with these headstocks, it rings if you're doing like the chug, mute on mute kind of thing. So you're gonna want to use a fret wrap if you record a lot. Also in the, I've got the cavity cover on right now, but I put just some tissues back there too. But I've tried to showcase the ringing in the demo song a bit. Maybe you can hear it sometimes, but if you record a lot, just keep that in mind. So overall, like would I recommend it? If you want a V, I would say yes. Like if you're about flying V guitars and you know, like how those sit and how those play, I'd recommend it. I'd say it's pretty good. The nut popping thing might just be an issue on this guitar. I'd say though, like if you could get a used one, that'd probably be pretty good, because these days, especially, these are pretty expensive. And also, if you're more used to like Strats and you haven't had like pointy guitars before, I'd say if you do like get a V, it's a common pitfall with these guitars that the pointy end, you might walk into stuff. So when you have it like on the strap like this and you're walking around, I'd recommend actually holding it like vertical as you go around so you don't bump into anyone or anything. So overall, yeah, I would say if you're looking for a V and this one you're considering it, maybe you've got a good deal on a used one, maybe you could afford a new one, I'd say go for it. It won't let you down, pretty cool. This one does have that nut issue I've said, but it doesn't really impact like tuning stability or anything. So yeah. Did I answer all your questions? Do you have anything else you want to ask or say? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, you know, you want to hear more demo songs, just do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, see you around. Peace.